Light, great for tennis, camping or caravanning. Folds away in seconds. Safe for babies and children and uses one small torch battery. JMar International Mini Fan, complete with metal stand and container. A gift at only $1.99 at these fine stores.
Hey, Sally, you still on that diet? Nothing to it, huh? You seem pretty smug about it, Sally. Oh, Weight Watchers.
It's just out, a great new bread full of good things, including non-fat dry skim milk. Weight Watchers' own bread, made for its famous weight reduction eating plan.
And the taste?
Now, Weight Watchers' own bread.
Air conditioning can take the heat and humidity out of most situations because air conditioners come in all prices, shapes and sizes.
Air conditioning. Get some good advice first, then do it while you're hot.
More good advice from Seek.
First, you said, hello, sexy legs.
Hello, sexy legs.
You mean hello, sexy legs?
Now, say, hello, sexy necks.
Hello, sexy legs.
You mean hello, sexy legs?
Sexy legs pantyhose, now sexy necks. Top fashion knickers at supermarket prices.
Hello, sexy legs.
You mean hello, sexy legs?
Satin sheer and figure hugging.
And I'm...
Good morning and welcome to ABC Television via OSAT Domestic Satellites on this Wednesday the 16th of December 1987. In a few moments it's Cartoon Carnival.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, welcome back once again to the stream. We're going to be continuing on with our Pokemon Silver playthrough, and we've just finished the Elite Four, basically. So let's get to it. So many different things to try and juggle. A little bit more. There we go. Alright. Yeah, we had to go speak to him first. Pretty sure. No. Okay. So now we've got a thing. Yeah. Ticket for the SS Aqua, which leaves out of Olivine City. And is down here. Again, apologies if you can hear the air conditioning in the background. I do not care. It is hot. Well, you could if you had one of these. Flashes the ticket, but it's actually the Pokédex or something. Not yet. Yes, I will. No. Hey, who are you calling the sir? I honestly don't remember this part of it, but alright. What am I using? This is a VBA, because it links to the PokeLink app. Which works a lot better in other generations than 2, because of the weird coding errors. Because now I have to basically keep an eye on, like, everyone's health and levels and everything. Whereas, literally any other generation, they've figured out how to just get it to auto-feed and everything. That's why it's not tracking, like, the damage, for example. Because I couldn't be bothered keeping a track of their HP as well. So, according to this system, everyone only has 1 HP. Because that was the only sane way to do it. So, yeah, officially this is VBA-RR version 23.6. Shame it's not compatible with MGBA. I am not familiar. Ah. Protect. Because I think that'll be funny. Imagine if that was the 9. Nah. Being stubborn is fun for only so long. Apparently the next patch like 7.1, I think it is, that they're releasing, is it's gonna be good and compatible with Gen 2. The MGBA does not have the same stuttering issue. Oh, okay. I always assumed that was just my shitty computer. Because, like, for streaming, this is a little bit more of a computational load than I typically have running. Because I've got the game running, I've got XSplit running, I've got the PokerLink running, I've got Firefox running for Twitch. Oh, this is our cabin. I thought it was the other one. Yeah. And because I know it's like, my computer is very old. Like, when I took it in for installation of new parts, the guys at the counter were shocked by what was in there and by what I was putting in as a new part. They're like, man, we've never even heard of this thing. That's how old it is. Click over to the thing. Level. Yes. No, Flareon. Who uses a Flareon? Like, the memory that it uses is 2 generations behind. I had to buy a new video card on eBay because no one makes them anymore. It's a whole thing. Like, I think I've mentioned it before. It was an old computer when I bought it new. Like, everything was out of date because money is an issue for people. Veggie self-destructs. Idiot. Can't even finish the job. And that is him. He's fine. Fire is weak on the sea. I mean, technically, if you're using it to target the sea, I guess. And double battle. It totally would have been a double battle in a newer generation. Need to upgrade the PC, new motherboard, the old one has an incompatible socket for any new processor. Yeah, that's basically the exact same issue I'm currently encountering. Because it's like, I can't even do the, what is it, the Windows health check to see if, like, oh, Windows 11, will it run on your system? No, it won't even run that because the processor is too old. Ah, that's very nice of it. Like, Delibird is another one of my favorites for being a weirdo. It's like, oh, it has present. It could be nothing, it could be a lot of damage, or it could heal. It is a bad move. And it's like, yes, that's why I like it. Because it's funny. It's like the first version of Stunfisk. It's just like, its cry is a fart. How is that not hilarious? Oh, but it's a bad Pokemon and its stats are terrible. It's like, I don't care, it farts every time it enters the battle. I'm swapping it in and out just to make it make the noise more. Oh, but you're taking so much spikes damage. I do not care. Fart noise. And Donphan, I think, was another one just because of, like, the look of it. It's like, oh, it rolls into a ball? That's interesting. And you just can't do that as much? It's weird. There's definitely a tipping point, I think, for when Pokemon got maybe a little bit too silly with their designs. I'm not 100% sure where you could point to it as this is the point, but it's like trying to make 100 or whatever at least new Pokemon per generation has to have some effect. Alright, missing kid. Yeah. Officially done with Fire Red, so just need the exclusive from Leaf Green to finish Gen 3. Congrats! Does that include, like, shinies and things, or is it just the getting them? Yeah, I'm a sale. Or... Yep, as in includes shinies, or yep, as in just getting them. Because I know that you're doing like a living dex, but I'm not sure the extent. Shiny living dex. Okay. See, and there's another little hint for you with the seismic toss just there. It's like, what part of the world is that showing? Hard to say. You know, it could realistically be anywhere. Any part of the world at all. Been a pain, had to switch to PC as 3DS chargers running on fumes. Oof. And it's not like they're exactly the easiest things to find now. And a razor leaf for good measure. I keep having to like mute to cough, which resets the noise gate filter for the aircon. So that's why normally it's like I'm not quite as talkative. But it's like I know I have to get ahead of the ahead of the software. Bought a new cable, but it's still not here. Ugh. The Art Gremlin, thank you for the follow. How are you? We are playing some Pokémon. As you can probably tell, to be fair. Look, if you're seasick, don't turn this way. That seems bad. The old theory of that's Ash's dad. Well, he is now, anyway. Hot. I mean, like, temperature-wise, I'm in Australia too. Ugh. Yeah, jeez. Again, don't have to tell me about it. Because the worst part is like, my room is kind of closed up all day, and I only get home, like, about now. So, yeah. Whereas if I was home all day, I would be able to mitigate that sort of damage. But I'm not, so I can't. Obviously you don't have to say, but I'm curious as to what part of Australia. I only just turned off the aircon before going to bed. It was a nasty one. Ugh. No good. It's like I always have mine on for like 2 hours after I go. Like, I go to bed and it's like, okay, set a 2-hour timer. Because then that gives me enough time to get to sleep and I don't get woken up when it turns off. I guess it's the populated part. I mean, yeah, that is the, I guess, objectively correct answer. But it's like, it is also a little bit spread out around the country for as little as it reaches the interior. If by that you mean New South Wales, yes. I mean, yeah, same. South Coast. Ah. So I always like going to like Kiama and stuff for my holidays, but don't get to do that too often these days. I'm out near Penrith, if that matters. And oh, it gets toasty. Holidays, lol, I remember those. Yeah. Yeah, in the before times, the long, long ago. It's funny, the last holiday properly that I had was to the US, and it was towards the end of 2019. So before everything sort of kicked off, and I don't just mean in global pandemic news. Because there was some whole political things that happened around then too, and yow. Let's change up party. Let's give Quagsire some love. So, up, 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 down, down. Did I miss something? No. This decade is such a shit show. Yeah. Does that keep happening? Like, everyone always says, like, oh, this year is the worst, bring on the next year. But that happens, like, every year. We live in interesting times, yeah. That Ancient Curse was doing numbers. 1991 was decent. 1991, where would I have been? I was partway through school, definitely. 91 would have been... See, now I'm trying to do maths. Well, 9 was 8. Would have been... Oh, jeez. Now I feel old. You're old. That was the year I was born. Ugh. Vomit, vomit, vomit. 100 years of vomit. My bones to dust. Look, I don't think I was that far off. Because I'm 87? The 2nd of January 1991, to be precise. Let's go find that truck. Can't believe they removed the new truck. That's not fair. Sales on Wednesdays and Sundays every week. Oof. Alright, so keep that in mind for when we're doing a weird time travel thing. And here we are in Kanto. I'm older than both of you then, so don't feel too dusty. Oh, I feel plenty dusty, don't worry. It's like, I had to explain to people today who the Beatles were, because they'd never heard of them. And I know that's like a pop culture thing that could easily be like a cultural difference, but it's the scope of like the impact is interesting. Yeah, exactly. That face. For those playing at home or in the VODs, that was the big eye, little eye, sort of shocked face emote in chat. Yeah, give me that bike voucher. I already have a bike, but I want another one. Rapidash, cute, lovely, smart, unbearably, plus amazing. Oh, you think so? Too much, wild, beautiful, kindly, love it. Hug it when sleeping, warm and cuddly. Oh, and spectacular, ravishing, simply divine. Hey, that's not a bicycle. Wow, that sort of subtle shade on that It's like, oh, it makes Pokemon stronger, but I prefer doing it the natural way, so you can have it, because you must use it. It's like, dude, harsh. I mean, fair, but harsh. Alright, Surge's Gym. Let's see how this construction's going. Yeah, that's what I figured. This has been going for a while. Hasn't even evolved. Fishinger. Fisherman Wilton on Route 44. To be fair, beetles have not been relevant in decades. I mean, yes, but like as I said, the global sort of impact in music that they have had, whether earned or unearned, is obviously still up for debate amongst some. But still. I wonder, I can't remember what day it is in-game. So let's try. Or do I need the other card? Yeah, I need the expansion. I forgot about that. I was like, oh, I need the Poker Flute card. And I'm like, wait, no, that's the opposite to the Pokemon March. I already have that. Right, let's see what we're dealing with. Probably something very high level, no doubt. Ah. I wonder if this will do more. Yeah. The continuous damage does more than the initial damage. That's funny. Oh. My back. Levels are the same as in red, blue, green, yellow. I assume that's the acronym. Yeah, I know. But it's also comedic. Same as I think the battle music is basically the same except for a slight redo. Where am I looking? Looking somewhere. Looking in here. Okay. Fair enough. This, that, go. No trainers. Hmm. You thirsty? Yeah. Hope so, as the Gen 1 battle theme is Red's theme. No, I wanted you to make sure that I could get on the train. I didn't. Okay, I'll take it, I guess. Imagine if I discarded it right in front of him. What am I looking for? Psychic. Anyone? Umbreon? Okay. Get rid of tackle, I think. Seems off, but yeah, I'll pay it. Trainer House. This will be Silphco. Yeah. Upgrade. So that's the Porygon evolution that they screwed up. I was going to say something else, but I'm trying to not do that. So if he's anxious, why do you do it? Mimic is great in Gen 1. See, I like the idea of like mimics and miming and things like that in games, but it never seems to pay off. At least the way, like, maybe it's just me being bad at playing games. Which, entirely reasonable, let's be honest. Able to copy any move the opponent has. Oof, hard times. We really should be doing some of these gyms at some point, I think. Right, that's the train station. We want this one. Road is closed until the power plant is fixed. This will be the cleanse tag, yep. So continuing on from earlier, I think I prefer blue magic rather than like mime and copying like that. Because it tends to get weird, and that is interesting to me. Especially after reading like 8-Bit Theatre, the way that implemented it was amusing. Trades, you say? Kangaskhan, your episode will not be shown. Take a bite out of crime. McGruff the crime dog. Oh, you fixed the wall too, that's good. Now it's Diglett dig, Diglett dig, and then trio, trio, trio. Get it right. And where have we gone? If you're a 90s kid, did you play this back in the day? Just getting to it now? Oh no, I smashed this out when it first came out. I was a little bit on the fence about getting blue or red, but after getting it and then playing, it's like, okay, yeah, no, alright, I'm in. God, I want this to go off. God, I could use $1 million. Just chat, that's your cue. Donate monies. I'm obviously joking. I mean, if you just so happen to have that money lying around and have no interest in keeping it, you know, you could do worse than by giving it to me. Raichu we can take. What's it gonna do? Try to shock us? But no, that's part of my idea with playing these games again, is like, I want to play through the entire franchise, because I can guarantee that people have not just played it casually as much as they did when it first came out for a long, long time. The only time you'll get to see someone playing a game this old, realistically, is someone doing a speed run or like a Nuzlocke or something. And it's just like, I mean, they sound interesting to do, but I don't have the head for it. So what can I do? Well, I could just play them. You don't need to make a big thing about it, because the enjoyment is what people are really chasing. Just being able to go back and relive, I guess. Even if the level curve is completely skew-if. I nearly had several words there. But yeah, it's been nice to just get back and have fun again. Something that, unfortunately, is a little bit hard to come by sometimes. The ability to just disengage and relax. Don't have to make a big thing of anything, you can just play for the sake of playing. You know, enjoyed plenty of Nuzlocke and Iron Mon streams, but don't enjoy that way play yourself, just classic mode. Yeah, and there's nothing wrong with either of those. It's like, full credit to people who do like Nuzlocks and single level challenge or whatever. It's like, if that's how you enjoy it, cool. But not everyone's the same. It's like, the idea of a speedrun bores me to tears, because it's like, you are draining the enjoyment out of a game for technical mastery. It's like, for people that speedrun Skyrim, it's like, when is the last time you played it normally? Like, just to play. Rather than for the challenge of being the fastest, you know? Or even, it's like, not even that. How often, if you are a speedrunner, how often do you get to just disengage and enjoy a thing rather than, you know, even subconsciously analysing it? You know, just in the general context of play, how often are you rubbing up against a wall to find, like, the glitch that gets you through it, just because it's habit? I don't know. These are things that I think about sometimes. Yeah, I could never speedrun, just not my style. So, yeah, exactly. I enjoy, like, mini games on a surface level. I don't go super deep into all of them. I don't like hyper focus and like this is the only game I'm playing for the next 6 months. Just like, yeah, I'm here to have fun. It's like I work a full-time job. I don't get the time to play games enough to speedrun them or to know them in any meaningful degree. So this is where Earthquake would have been good. Because I remember learning about that trick, that Earthquake does extra damage if you're digging. And just like, wow, that makes sense, but holy shit. Why does that make sense? That's not allowed to make sense. Especially after hearing about what an absolute cluster the coding for like Gen 1 was. It's like, how did you manage to put these basic Easter eggs in it? Speedrun is either going to make it your favourite game so much better, or get you to hate it. No other option. Yeah, see, I could definitely see that. Oh, brain dance. That's a useful move. Yep. Like, I saw a guy who was streaming him playing, like, finishing the game blindfolded. Like, that's how well he knew the game. Like, he knew all the attacks, he knew basically the map, like, just to an insane degree. And it's like, how do you have that much time to spend to learning a game like that deeply? Yeah, true mastery. It's like, I can't imagine even being a fraction of a percent as deep in on a game as that. It's like, I just don't have the time. And people are releasing new games all the time that are also sounding good and I want to play. Yeah, follow a bunch of speedrunners who really love doing it, but they do all say that you simply cannot enjoy speed games that casually anymore. So, not even that, it's like just games in general, not even in the category or genre that you would speedrun. It's like there's always that part of your brain that will be in speedrun analysis mode. I know that because I have friends that are movie critics, and it's like, yeah, you can't turn off anymore after a while. You can't just, like, either everyone calls Marvel movies like popcorn movies, because it's just, you're there to let the pretty colours wash over you as you eat a bucket of popcorn. And it's like, yeah, you can't do that anymore after a while. You can't just passively enjoy something. And that always feels like such a shame. Because it's like, ostensibly, you got into speedrunning or reviewing movies or whatever because you enjoy it. So what happens when you can't enjoy it anymore because you've made it a job? Or even like with any art, really. Everyone loves like being the creative, and it's like, oh well, you know, I'm a furry artist, I sell my stuff online and people love it. It's like, okay, cool. Do you draw as just a hobby anymore? Or is it all work? Are you constantly thinking about it, you know? As I realise, I'm basically speaking about the process of art to a user whose name is the Art Gremlin. It's like, geez, if anyone would know. Of course, if the name's accurate. Must vary by person, and I think speedrunners I follow still love playing games casually, just not the games they learn the runs for. Yeah, so that's what I mean, you can still enjoy it. But I'm saying there's that part of your brain that you've pushed into, like, learning mode, basically. And I think once you do that, it's very hard to get it to stop. Not saying it's impossible, but there's always going to be that analytical part that's on. Like, I've got friends that did a rewatch podcast, and it's like, yeah, they can't, like, it's hard for them to go to any show or whatever now and then just enjoy it. Yeah, artist who got yourself at RSI recently, so haven't been able to do it all lately. Ugh. I can understand that pain. Oh boy. 13 years I've had chronic pain in my dominant hand and arm, and yeah, no good. Must be a nightmare. I mean, for me, yes, I wouldn't presume to talk for others. Want to do art but can't, yeah. There's a line in, what is it? Stained Glass by Danny Schmidt, where he's describing all the joys and pains of mankind. And there's one line that's just like, all the shapes inside your head that you can't carve with your hands. And that always sticks with me as someone who, you know, has these creative ideas, and it's just, you can't do anything with them. Because, like, I can't draw, I can't paint, I can try to write, but I don't think it's any good, and even then I get very stuck on it. Yeah, it super sucks. She's 13 years though, that's a lot more than I've had to deal with. Yeah, so I hear by other people who look at like the brace that I have, and they're like, "Oh, you know, I've hurt myself too. Oh, it's been a hard week." Ah, yeah. I remember this now. But yeah, that's like my biggest creative bugbear. It's just like having all the thoughts and ideas and the impotence of having no outlet. Because you can even try and describe it to someone else and have them do it. but it's also not the same. It's like they might be able to do it very well, but it's never going to be 100%. What am I doing? What am I doing? It's never going to be your baby, yeah. Like, I have, literally, in my room now, I have, like, 2... Yeah, I'm just thinking I haven't hung the third one up yet. 2 portraits of, like, one of my characters. And they're very, very good. But it's also, like, not in my head. Yeah, the more clearly that you can envision it, the less likely anyone could ever come close. Yeah, and it's rough. It's an interpretation of a thought. Well, it's an interpretation of an interpretation of a thought. Because you're also trying to articulate what's in your head. And that basically never comes out right either. You know what? Give us a premiere ball. But yeah, that's been an eternal frustration for me. Is having the ideas and no way to do anything about it. At least, like, if you are an artist, you have that creative outlet. And as much as I try my best to, like, do something with my writing, but it's like, no one really cares by comparison. Because it's like, it's very easy to see an illustration and go, ooh, pretty, and click a like button and move on. Writing requires engagement. It asks you to actually read the thing, rather than just, oh, surface level interaction, done. So it doesn't get anywhere near as, like, a popular opinion. Everyone's always going to praise art, like illustration, way more than other forms. And it's like, yeah, I guess that's a little unfair, but, you know, everyone's trying their best. It's just hard sometimes. Definitely harder to get attention with words, with images. Yeah. Trust me, I know. I think after... How long's it been? 2014? It's been... It's been on. What, how many years now? 2014? However long that is. That's when I put out, I think, my first bit of writing in, like, this storyline I've got. It reached 20 views this year. And that's me, like, actively going out of my way. It's like, hey, look, read this thing. Oh, you'd enjoy this, please. Like, putting the nose to the grindstone type of deal. And still, nah. Alright, well, that's an hour, so let's go to a break and come back and commiserate more together later. Don't go away.
This is the BMW.
Hey!
Shout you another pair and I keep the BM, okay?
Listen, I wear the razzmatazz in this house.
So I've noticed.
No, it's the way they feel.
It could be the colors. Or it could be the way they feel. But it's certainly the way they look. New color magic from Razzmatazz. The only thing better than the colors is the way they feel.
New Razzmatazz Leg Magic. After a long, hard day, your legs will think it's still morning. Razzmatazz Leg Magic. New energy for on-the-go legs.
For the zing that says spring, Gelati by Razzmatazz. Refreshing new colors and cool as ice. Gelati legs. My, that's nice. The colors of spring. No reason or rhyme. From Razzmatazz, it's Gelati time. Now, a gleam for your legs to put a gleam in their eyes. Dazzlers by Razzmatazz. Winter warmth in a rainbow of gleaming colors. This winter, razzle dazzle them.
Uh-oh. What's Razzmatazz up to now?
Would you believe? Slips? And would you believe slips at these prices?
After, what was that, like 12 in a row or something? That's absurd. Turns out, I guess pantyhose were big sellers in the 80s. I don't know. Never had to worry about it. But anyway, we are back. Do you have those ads on loop? Technically, yes. But it is a 13+ hour video. So they loop after 13 hours of play. So those just happen to be in one giant chunk, I guess. It's like when we hit 3 ads for the Catholic Church or whatever it was, where they were like 5 minutes long. Oof. Well, you know what? So yeah, I don't even know how long that video has been running. I know it's been reset at least once in the course of streaming, just because of it happened to work out that way. But yeah, Jesus Christ. Wait, I know what to do. Who are you? I'm you, but evil. Mind bullets. But yeah, it's just, I don't know, I was trying to come up with like the design and theme of my stream and, you know, like that. And it's just like, I have found this old block of Australiana 80s commercials. Wouldn't that be funny? And that is basically the entire thought process I put into the whole like, policy. Like a little like VHS tape sort of getting the opening and closing from different parts of like the very early 80s for Australian TV. Let's get Meganium up there. So 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I've gotten used to it as well, so it's like in that sort of hype me up to stream kind of music. And that is Kids in the Hole with Changing Mood. Still can't unhear Cartoon Carnivore in the opening. Yeah, I mean, look, no one ever said the Australian accent was good. In a few moments, it's Cartoon Carnivore. Extremely kitschy. Yeah. But it's also like a period of time that a lot of people have forgotten, and probably for good measure. And let me tell you, finding VHS-themed things or 80s-themed things without it just being vaporwave is tricky, to put it lightly. Because everyone wants that sort of idealistic 80s and not like what it actually was, which was commercialized and cheap. Well, good job. HP down from 1 to 0. At least it's not Welsh or Newfoundland. Eh. I've heard Louisiana can have a bit of a stretch as well in terms of dialects, and from a lot of the tradies I get like in contact with, Irish as well is a bit of a tricky subject. Especially if it's like a very strong Irish. There's a weird, interesting fact for you. Whenever I see Bellossom, I taste chips in my mouth. because it's a flavor association. So the backstory on that, when Gen 2 was coming out, either in-game or on the anime, they had Doritos 3D, which were like basically pyramid-shaped like chips, but like the three-dimensional object. Like think of a D4 if you play D&D. Yeah, it was basically a D4 that was a chip. And they had giveaways with standing like pop-up cards that you could like put on a bookshelf or something, and the picture would stand up and be like a little picture. Not the right words, but anyway. And yeah, I really, really liked one flavor of it that I can't remember what the name of it was. But it was like a spicy Thai flavor. And they brought them back like last year, I think, Doritos 3D, but they didn't have that flavor. But I remember having so many of those packets of chips just to get the little standy things, because I was into Pokemon at that point. Yeah, now you can taste them too. Yeah, exactly. I had so many bags of those chips because I wanted to collect them, and Blossom was the one that popped up the most. Like, I don't know if that was one of the more common ones they used, or what. Or maybe just the law of averages. But yeah, I can't remember what they called the flavor. And I only know what it tastes like because I had Thai food one day several years later and was instantly catapulted back to that moment. I'm just like, oh shit, this is the flavor. I also can't remember what Thai food dish it was, so that's no help. But yeah, anytime I see Blossom in any aspect of Pokemon, I taste that chip. Again, amazing that like a brain can do that, but I struggle to do basic maths. But I remember the taste of that chip, basically, in association with a picture of a Pokemon. And that doesn't seem fair. But that was, like, for a long time when they had it. It was my snack of choice, specifically for that reason. Depends on your mental connections. Yeah, as I said, it's just like, the stronger the connection, the stronger the memory, yeah. And it's just weird that that's what stuck. There were other Pokemon to collect. Like, I did get close to a full set out of this one flavor of chip. But no other Pokemon, like, I can't remember what else was in that set. But Blossom was the one. Oh, this is probably Umbreon dead here. Yep. Well, a critical hit, definitely. So, down to 0. It'll give Google a navigate yourself to your grandmother's place in Poland. You've not been there since you were a tween. So I'm bad with directions. Like, I can visualize a place sometimes, like if I've been there enough, but to get there is beyond me still. Like, I have a GPS to drive to work, and yeah, it's the same route I take every day, 5 days a week, both ways, and I still need to have it to make sure. Because it's also not great, but that is also, while driving, a place that I dissociate. Because of the ASD and ADHD. It's no good. Wouldn't recommend it. Probably very dangerous. Shouldn't be on the road. But here we are. All you need to see is the Ladybug store where we bought carbonized water for Grandma. See, the strongest association I have, like, with my grandparents is the smell. Because they did not look after the house. They owned it, so they didn't have to, like, answer to anyone. And after they died, they certainly didn't get any better. But, oh boy. Yeah, I waited to beat you when you were tired. Ah, well, you've just watched me heal up all my guys then. Oh, hey, actually, I have the perfect thing for you. Hold on. And you can find your way back to the house. Brains are weird. It's like, now I'm just thinking all the useless facts that I know that are just like out of a little book of trivia. It's like, cool, not one of those is addition. Division? What's that? Long division? Oh, now you're just making up stuff. Yay. Take on me. Now, did he name himself a cool trainer? Or is that something that's decided by the Grand Pokemon Council or what have you? And then you got to feel for like the people that are just like, oh yeah, no, I'm doing my thesis in such and such, but I also train Pokemon on the side. It's like, oh yes, you shall be henceforth a super nerd. Hey, that's not fair. I'm a scientist, if anything. Or is it like something that's given after they've already proved what kind of Pokemon trainer they are? Because I can't imagine the thieves are too happy about being branded as such and then having to live up to that title. It's like, you were clearly a thief. It's like, hey, that's just rude. Whoops. Oh well. I don't know, again, weird thoughts about how worlds work. Because again, this is technically a world where children are encouraged to leave home on a journey with like a monster, basically, that you know the world trusts and like all that. Must be your character's opinion since you call your rival. So I guess your character is just super judgy. Yeah. It's like, oh, you're 10 years old now. Go play with wild creatures and get out of the house. In a not safe for work comic you follow, every class requires credentials. Bill's granddad. To be a beauty, you literally basically need to be a model. I guess that's in the remake then. But just imagine like being in those classes and it's just like, oh, you failed everything. What do we even call you? It's like, imagine being so bad you just fly under the radar of every label. And honestly, isn't that the mood? Just avoiding labels at every turn. Where are we going? We've got to go through Rock Tunnel to get to Lavender to get the expansion card for the flute. That is an illegal ass Arbok. There's no way through here, so yeah. Just thinking in my head, so we've got the... Oh, I guess we could go sideways. But no, Snorlaxes are there too. So we've only got 3 cities open to us at the mo. So Cerulean, Saffron, and Vermilion. So we might as well start on those badges. Oh no, I could get to Celadon as well. I forgot Snorlax is on the other side. And this is open, but I don't think does any good anyway. And also it's not open. Soif. I mean, that makes sense, yeah, you'd be worried about a sudden influx of pollution. Just to double check. Well, I could go to the birdcatcher's house. Oh no. They got rid of the Snorlax there. Cycling road, still a big hill. Should have expected that. Speed battle, you say? Well, let's see how this goes. I think I'm gonna be faster. And so that's the thing as well, the regular VBA doesn't have the stuttering issues, because I checked, but it also doesn't work with the PokeLink. So I can have either or, basically. Which again seems unfair. I was going for like a version of something phobic, but I'm not really strong enough in any of those aspects to be the one to call something out. It's like, oh, that's homophobic. Well, technically I'm not gay or anything, so... Ah, idiot. And it's like, any of those ex-phobic things, it's like, I'm not strongly enough to use that. I have a non-zero amount of rights of usage to those, but not enough to actually make it work. Cycling road is a quick shortcut, you say? Well, I just rode down it downhill. I think it would suck to ride uphill. Maybe that's just me. Cut that L in half. They said half, not, what, a third? See, now I'm curious about what that comic is. And I guess the extent of how it's not safe for work. But I guess if it's any of the ways that matter, I'm probably not interested anyway. Let's take it back to the past. Sleepy time for you, nice to meet you, have a good rest of your stream. I'm not far off, trust me. But you have a good night to yourself. And thanks for hanging out. So... anytime I see that Fortress's sprite on the team list on the side there, I keep thinking I've accidentally left him like, passed out. Because it's like, oh, well, it's only like 1 HP, I could have made that mistake. No. It's just that dark. Electrode again. Sonic Boom. Yep, still takes a flat 20. And Electrode again. Hey, it's daytime, right? Even though I guess that does make the rollout worse. Yeah, but we can weather that storm. Imagine it just one-shots me. And I'm not talking about the Pokemon, I mean, like, literally me, the player. So devastating. Man, these balls love rolling. I mean, it's an alright song, but I don't think the Undertaker really deserved that. Ooh. Alrighty. We haven't really got anyone specifically tailored for this gym. Like, Quagsire's about the closest. But even then... Oof. Didn't know his line of sight was that long, but I should have guessed. Gregory. Rowan. Ah. How dare. How very dare. Get rolled on, fool. Now, do it again. Stand perfectly still. Only I may roll. Drat. Fluffy. Is good, yeah. Oh, mine Fulton ships. Look, I'm sorry, I don't know either. Oh, yeah. You know what, honestly, yeah, I think I could. You'd also need a haircut, hippie. Just a common guitarist. Rolling. Yeah. Sonic Boom. Well, fine. You... Alright. I don't know, what was the logic there? Ouch. Yowza. Oh, guess who doesn't have levitate yet? Oh, that's gonna suck for you, dude. Imagine how much cooler you'll be once you have an ability. And the Magnemite. Diggy diggy hole. And that should be that. Come on, a little bit more. Alright, what have we got? Good thing we got those full heals. And potion up. Hello, and welcome to the gym. Yeah, again, what war was that? Still waiting to hear that. The Lightning American, which I think now has been retconned to Unovan. I could be wrong, but that seems like a thing they'd do. And of course, they're not bound by the laws of PP. Quagsire. And 49. I got lost in the Pokédex for a second. Let's do lunch. Yeah, good thing I'm not rolling out into that. It's funny because I used my Earthquake TM like a level or two before it learnt it naturally. So, you know, good investment. Let's try again. Everyone has thunder, apparently. Well, back in the hole. That wasn't even a critical hit, that was just regularly effective. And also through a light screen. remember where the thief goes. Just musing to myself about like where the progression's gonna take us, because it's been long enough since I played this even that I can't remember. I wonder if it only has like electric moves and self-destruct, which is why it's doing them like just double teaming. Oh well. Increases speed. Alright, so that is the Thunder Badge. Hooray. Now to leave this hellish place as quickly as possible. Ooh, tired. How long we got left? About 20 minutes-ish. What can we do? What shall we do? Well, I guess if we've got Umbreon, let's try and take out Sabrina while we're here. So we've got Bite for everything and Psychic for some things. It's just trying to see if the pattern's changed. Because if it hasn't, I'll just go back and fight everyone. But if it has, I am very lost. Although I guess I can just do the opposite of what I was doing. Chomp. And a chomp. Let's have a look. Yep, pattern hasn't changed. So yeah, if you just go vertical on all of the squares, you get to Sabrina pretty quickly. Chomp. Again, these aren't critical hits. So this will be interesting to see. because Slowbro is typically tankier. Oh no, not my bite. Whatever shall I take down? Oh. Alright, you win this round, Slowbro. And because it only had a little bit of health, the recoil doesn't hurt as much. Let's get out of here. Wow, just straight into her. Drowsy. Drowsy. Chomp. Yeah, so what I think I'm gonna do, I'll get to the beginning of the gym, like just to reset it, and I'll call the stream there, I think, just because I'm getting a bit tired, and we're kind of getting close to time anyway. I think it'd be a hard thing to push to get Sabrina as well in one day. Like, given the amount of time that we have left, realistically. Because I can only add so many minutes onto the clock before the ads get me again. And, you know, save something for next time. Yeah. Alrighty, so, saving the game. Thanks for hanging out, everyone. Thank you again to the Art Gremlin and everyone for being a follower. Especially thanks for any subs that I've got, I don't even know anymore. But yeah, catch you next time, and stick around after the credits for the raid. See ya!
And so we come to the end of another day on Sunshine Television. Hope today has been a good one for you, and we hope tomorrow is an even better one. And now this is Ray Marsh on behalf of all of us here at the Granville studios of SEQ Television on channels 8, 1, 5 and 10, wishing you all a very good night.